Today we are visiting New York, the city that never sleeps. Millions of people crammed onto this tiny island, all chasing their dreams. It's electric, it's chaotic, it's inspiring. The energy, the noise, the lights. It's like nothing I've ever seen. We're talking about the top 10 places you absolutely cannot miss when you're in New York City. So grab your Metro card, lace up your walking shoes, and get ready to explore the heart and soul of New York City with me. First up, we're hitting up the granddaddy of them all, Central Park. It's iconic. This 843-acre green oasis smack dab in the middle of Manhattan is like a breath of fresh air in the concrete jungle. Seriously, 843 acres. That's 1,000 football fields. And the history here is wild. Did you know that back in the day, this whole area was just swampland and pig farms? But in the 1850s, they had this crazy idea to build a massive park, and the Central Park was born. Today, this place is like a playground for everyone. You could spend an entire day here and still not see everything. But if you're short on time, here's what you gotta do. Rent a rowboat on the lake, relax by the Bethesda Fountain, maybe catch a free Shakespeare performance at the Delacorte Theater. The Central Park is pure magic. Next up, we're heading to the Liberty Island, home of the one and only Statue of Liberty. This is like America's biggest welcome mat, and it's enormous, standing at over 300 feet tall. This iconic statue was a gift from France back in 1886, and it's been a symbol of freedom and democracy ever since. Think about it. For over a century, she's been the first thing that immigrants saw when they arrived in America. But how do you actually get to Liberty Island? Well, you gotta hop on a ferry. You can catch one from either Battery Park in Manhattan or Liberty State Park in New Jersey. And the ferry ride itself is an experience. You get these killer views of the city skyline and the Statue of Liberty as you get closer and closer. Once you're on the island, you can explore the grounds, check out the museum, and if you're feeling really ambitious, you can even climb all the way to the crown. Just be prepared for a serious workout. All right, we're hitting up Times Square, the heart of it all. This place, it's like the sensory overload capital of the world. Giant billboards, lights flashing, music blaring, people everywhere. It's insane. You can't come to New York and not experience this madness at least once. They call it the crossroads of the world for a reason. It's where Broadway meets, well, everything else. The energy here is electric, especially at night when all the signs are lit up. Now, Times Square is always buzzing, but if you want to see it at its peak craziness, go during the holidays. They have these massive crowds for the ball drop on New Year's Eve, but even just walking through in December with all the decorations is pretty wild. Now, you can't come to New York and not at least think about visiting the Empire State Building. This place is iconic. I'm talking King Kong, Sleepless in Seattle, an affair to remember. It's been in everything. Standing at over 1,400 feet tall, this skyscraper was the tallest building in the world for over 40 years. And the view from the top, you can see all of Manhattan, across the boroughs, into New Jersey, the whole shebang. It's pretty breathtaking on a clear day. Now, let's be real. Getting to the top can be a bit of a mission. The lines are notoriously long, especially during peak season. But that's what happens when you're dealing with one of the most famous buildings on the planet. So, buy your ticket online. Oh, and one more pro tip, try to go up around sunset. You can catch the city in the daylight, watch the sun dip below the horizon, and then see all the lights start to twinkle on as it gets dark. Trust me, it's worth the wait. We're heading to Brooklyn now, but we're not taking the subway, no way. We're walking across the Brooklyn Bridge. This isn't just a bridge, it's an icon. Completed in 1883, this thing was a feat of engineering, connecting Manhattan to Brooklyn for the first time. Walking across, you feel the history. Think about all the people who have walked this path before you. Immigrants arriving in America, workers heading to their jobs, dreamers chasing their ambitions. Now, the walk itself is about 1.5 miles each way, so make sure you wear comfortable shoes. There are so many amazing photo opportunities along the way. The Manhattan skyline, the Statue of Liberty in the distance, the bridge's intricate cables and towers. Try to go early in the morning or during the week if you can. It gets pretty crowded with tourists, especially on the weekends. You want to be able to soak it all in, take your time, enjoy the views, and experience a true New York City landmark. All right, we're talking New York City, we're talking bucket list locations. We gotta talk about the Met, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This place is insane, like walking into a time capsule. Seriously, you could spend a week here and still not see everything. It covers over 2 million square feet. The Met has a pay-what-you-wish admission policy. This place survives on donations, so be generous if you can. Head over to the rooftop garden for some of the best views of the Central Park and the city skyline. You get this amazing juxtaposition of ancient history and modern metropolis. Okay, we're talking iconic experiences. You gotta see a Broadway show. It's like stepping into a different universe for a few hours. The energy, the music, the talent on that stage is unbelievable. Whether you're into classic musicals, cutting-edge plays, there's something for everyone on Broadway. Now listen, getting tickets can be tricky, especially for the super popular shows. So plan ahead. Book your tickets online before you even set foot in the city. But here's the thing about Broadway. It's not just about the shows. It's about the entire experience. The energy in those theaters is electric. The second the curtain goes up, you're transported. You gotta be there to feel it, to understand the magic of Broadway. And after the show, walk around Times Square, grab some food, soak in the electric atmosphere. Because that's the thing about New York. It never sleeps. And neither should you when you're here. There's too much to see and do. Next, we're heading over to the One World Trade Center. This skyscraper isn't just a building. It's a symbol of strength, resilience, a testament to the spirit of this city. Standing tall at 1,776 feet, it's the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. And it's even more impressive in person. Now, you can't come to New York and not take the time to visit this place. Head up to the observatory, the views from up there, breathtaking. You're literally looking out at all of New York City, all 5 boroughs, the harbor, everything. It's a view you won't ever forget. But it's not just about the view. It's about what this building represents. Take some time to reflect on the history here, to remember those we lost. There's a museum on site, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. It's a powerful and moving experience. And after your visit, walk around the area, check out the 9/11 Memorial pools and the Oculus Transportation Hub. It's a space that's been rebuilt with hope and determination. You feel that energy when you're there. It's truly inspiring. All right, we're getting near the end of this list, but the energy in this city never runs out. That brings us to number 9, the High Line. Now, this isn't your typical park. Imagine a park built on old elevated train tracks. Yes, you heard that right. train tracks. This thing stretches over 1.5 miles through Chelsea, and it's become one of those must-do things in the city. What's great about it is that they kept some of that old industrial feel mixed in with all the greenery. It's this cool contrast that just screams New York. They've got benches all along the way, so you can chill, soak in the sun, and people watch. And the views? You get a whole new perspective on the city up there. Speaking of perspective, think about this. Back in the day, trains used to rumble down these tracks. Now it's this amazing public space, proof that even in a city that never sleeps, things can change for the better. You gotta love that. We've made it to number 10, the last stop on our whirlwind tour of New York City, the Rockefeller Center. This place is like a city within a city. You've got shops, restaurants, theaters, and of course, that iconic skating rink. During the holidays, this place transforms. I'm talking that massive Christmas tree, the ice rink packed with people bundled up, the whole 9 yards. But even when it's not decked out for the holidays, the Rockefeller Center is buzzing. Now, if you want killer views, you gotta head up to Top of the Rock. It's the observation deck at the top of 30 Rock, and let me tell you, it's breathtaking. You can see Central Park, the Empire State Building, the whole city sprawled out before you. Whether you're catching a show, doing some holiday shopping, or just soaking up the energy of the place, Rockefeller Center has something for everyone. It's the perfect way to end this list because it captures that New York spirit, the energy, the excitement, the endless possibilities. So there you have it, the top 10 picks for your next New York City adventure. We've covered a lot of ground, from the tranquility of Central Park to the bright lights of Times Square, the history of the Statue of Liberty to the art of the Met. This city is a whirlwind, a melting pot, a place that never sleeps and always surprises. No matter what you're into, whether you're a history buff, a foodie, an art lover, or just someone who loves to explore, New York City has something for you. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more travel adventures. Comment below which of these New York spots you're most excited to visit.